Okay, now I think it's gonna start becoming a daily occurrence where Jasmine takes a nap right before we get onto the freeway because she's already starting to close her eyes right now as I start the vlog or the car talk. Not really the vlog right now, but we're on our way to the gym, man. You guys should know what time it is. We're doing chest, we're doing triceps, and we're doing hamstrings. Now, I know what you guys are gonna say. Demi, are you gonna do the same workout you always do? And most likely than not, I am. I am. And now, some people might be asking now, some folks that are a little bit new, is why are you always doing the same movements over a period of time, for example? And now the reason that I do the same movements is because I'm able to progress through those movements. So you don't typically see me, let's say, changing up my movements so often. And the only time I really choose to kind of move things around is when one, things are taken, or two, maybe my muscle group is just too sore and I can't work it out that day. That's usually the only time now. Traffic is getting a little bit crazy right now. We have to suddenly stop, so we got to be a little bit careful here. But like I was mentioning, what were we talking about? Oh, doing the same movements for a period of time. Now, the benefits of that is one, you're able to track better. So you're able to track throughout those movements if you're getting stronger, if you're getting more reps, and so on, right? So you're able to track a little bit better. Now, the downside, it can get kind of boring sometimes, and that can sometimes happen, but that's just kind of the way the game is. You have to be repetitive, you have to be consistent with that repetitiveness to always show up, always do the same thing, and always push hard, so that way the next time you come in, you push even harder. And that's typically the cycle that we like to kind of follow. But now, the downside for someone that, let's say, is changing up their routine so often, they're always trying out new machines, they're kind of doing like a full body split, because I see it all the time, at the gym. I see some folks going from a leg machine to a chest machine, and kind of a bit of a mix. Now, the downside to things like that is it's going to be hella hard to track. It's going to be hella hard to track. It's going to be hella hard to manage, because it's going to be hella hard to manage your fatigue and everything, because you can't throw in a full body routine into a session. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of it, just because, if you're really taking bodybuilding serious, you want to make sure that you're isolating and that you're creating each day for specific muscle groups, so that way you can train them properly. If you start doing a mix and you start doing kind of like a whatever thing, it can get a little bit tricky, and you'll start to kind of fall into certain obstacles, like not making enough progress, not seeing enough results, which ultimately results in not getting enough results. And so that can sometimes make it even become an inconsistent thing for you, because you're seeing that you're not getting the gains that you want. So I am a big believer in trying to be as consistent as possible throughout certain movements. And so for me in particular, when I kind of get into a certain machine that I really like to progress with that specific machine. And that's kind of what's been helping. I feel like when we first started off the first year of working out, I feel like that's a kind of a time to experiment. I feel like that first year, man, yeah, you're gonna get some gains, but you can't expect like crazy gains unless you're maybe like Greg says, one in a million, right? That that have these crazy genetics and they just respond really well to the gym or whatever. But for other folks who aren't as lucky, you have to be a little bit more, you have to think about it a little bit more, and I feel like when it comes to that first that first year, you really want to kind of save them kind of as an experiment. It's kind of like an experiment year where you really get to figure out a little bit more about your schedule. I think your schedule is one of the most important things. Your schedule, your diet, and your training. Through that training, you can kind of start to test out different machines that you kind of like. And through testing out throughout that year, you can really say, you know what, I really like the Smith machine, or I really like this specific press, and I'm going to be doing this one for a good amount of time, for, like, let's say, a program of 6 months. and I'm gonna see how that takes me, and kind of set it in programs or whatever that might be. And so that's just something to kind of consider when you're taking a look at your split and everything. Is, are you always kind of changing things up where you're using different machines every single time, or are you sticking to a specific program, specific machines that you like, and then tackling them for, let's say, 6 months and trying to see whether that's going to work and whether you're responding well to that machine or whatever you're doing. So tell me, what do you guys usually prefer? But for me in particular, I think sticking to a specific movement and then analyzing afterwards after a period of time, I think that's the best way to go about it. So that way you can learn that machine as much as possible and really get that mind muscle connection. That's when you can start getting those gains from particular machines. Now, today we're gonna be doing an incline. Now, to add to that a little bit, actually, before I move into what we're gonna be doing, you guys will see that some things do change here and there. Like, let's say, a specific chest machine, or let's say, yeah, a specific chest machine, a specific leg machine. And that can really just be because something was taken. If something is taken, I mean, obviously you can't really do anything. So you're gonna do something that's a little bit different, but still go hard. So that way, you can still get the most out of it. And then that way, maybe next time that machine is taken again, you'll remember how much you did last time, and you'll kind of go from there. Because not every single time the machine you were expecting to use at the beginning is going to be taken, or whatever other machine. And so that's just going to be sometimes. And sometimes you kind of have to pivot, and that's usually what we end up doing. We have to move to another machine because maybe it's taken, maybe the Smith machines are taken. So I'm like, let's start off with a cable stack press. And I think that'll be pretty good. So you kind of have I guess you would kind of have a handful of exercises or specific movements that you like, and you can kind of rotate those. I would say that pick a good rotation so that way you can have options when the gym gets busy, but you can stick to those same ones so that way you can also track your progress and everything as you kind of go along. So I think that's the best case scenario, in my opinion. Now, take that advice how you will and see how it can benefit your split, it can benefit your routine or whatever, and then try it out for 6 months and then see what's working out. Because really, like I've been mentioning, a lot of this stuff is trial and error and really sticking to something and then seeing whether it works or not. And then after you see what kind of results you got, then you kind of change and kind of manipulate whatever you need to manipulate, whatever variables to help you progress. Okay, enough talking about that. Let's talk a little bit about what we're gonna do today. Now, today we're gonna be doing some incline press to start off. You guys already know we love our incline, and I think that's one of the ones that everyone should be starting off with is an incline press. Now that can be a cable stack incline press, or that can be dumbbell incline press, or it can be a Smith machine, even a barbell as well. I feel like anyone that you choose, as long as you're going hard, you're taking it to failure, and you're taking it through the full range of motion, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So we're gonna be starting off with, I'm hoping, 3 sets of Smith machine, and then we're gonna move over to, or maybe 2 sets. I'm thinking maybe 2 sets of Smith machine, and then we're gonna move over to the cable stacks. I think we're gonna move over to the cable stacks and do some presses there. I think that'll do us some good. And then after that, we'll do some flies too. I think that will do us some good benefit. So we're gonna do 2 sets of Smith machine. We're gonna maybe start off with a plate, a 10, and a 2.5, and we're gonna try to go for 6 this time. Last time we got, I think, 5. We're gonna try to go for 6 this time and try to break through that through the last session, and hopefully we can get a bit of a PR. And then we're gonna move over to some presses. I'm thinking we're gonna do either 50 kg or we're gonna do maybe 55 kg. Since we have Jasmine here, maybe we'll try 55. I think that'll be pretty good. The only thing that kind of sometimes stops us is how much it takes to really stabilize. Usually towards the end of your sets or your yeah, through the end of your set, sometimes you'll see my hand fucking wobbling, and that's because it's just it's getting pretty tough towards the end of that set. So we're gonna do 2 sets of those. I think those will do us some good. And then we're gonna move over to some flies now. We either do, I'm thinking some dips for 2 sets. Just kind of depends on what's available. We either do some dips, or we do that fly machine that we really like, where we put the weight in between our arms, and we really just kind of take away our forearms from the movement. So we don't really grab it with our arms. We're really just grabbing it with this part of the hand, and that gives us a really good isolation for the chest. So I'm thinking worst case scenario, we end up doing that one or we end up doing dips. I think either one should be pretty good for 2 sets. So I'm anticipating maybe 6 to 7 sets total for chest today. And then for triceps, we're going to be doing some push downs. We're going to be doing some crossbody work, and we're going to be doing some overheads. Now, in what order? I'm not exactly sure just yet. Sometimes I kind of want to start off with a crossbody, and then I move to push downs kind of as a primer set. Or sometimes I go straight into push downs, and then I do a bit of a crossbody exhaust right before my overheads, just so I don't have to use as much weight, but still go to failure pretty good. So we're gonna do 6, 7 sets. That's what I'm anticipating. And then we're gonna do some hamstrings. Now the gym doesn't have a lot of hamstring machines, so we're gonna be doing some laying hamstring curls. We either do it standing up, because we can also set it up that way, or we'll do it laying down. It just kind of depends. Maybe today we'll try it standing up just to see and just to show you guys if my gym even can do that, or if my leg extension can do that. Maybe yours can too. And then I'll show you guys how to set that up. And then after that, we're gonna do some RDLs, man. I think we're gonna some good mornings. So we're gonna be doing some good mornings, because I did tell you guys last week that we're gonna be doing some good mornings with Jasmine on Mondays. So we're gonna be doing some good mornings. So anticipate 2 sets of those, some pretty heavy ones. Hopefully we don't bust our ass. Anyways, I gotta take the pre. We're pretty close to the gym. I need this thing to hit before our top set. So I'll see you guys over at the gym. Let's see what we end up starting off with for chest. It's a little bit dark, but it's not too bad. Let's warm up real quick. Let's start off with just the bar. I don't think I'm gonna include that clip because you guys don't want to see me just ripping out nothing. And then I'm gonna add a plate. But like you guys know, we like using the ones with the handles instead of the bumper ones, because they're just so much better to manage. It's just easier. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna warm up. I'll see you guys for a plate. I think one of the hardest things sometimes when it comes to the Smith machine is having to set up the bench right in the middle where it's even. Because Jasmine and I always find ourselves having to adjust it multiple times, because we're never satisfied with how it feels. Because for some reason, it feels just a little bit lopsided here and there. So we try to be as precise as possible. Okay, let's hit this for maybe 3. I think that should be pretty good. A pretty good warm up or second one. Now, we try the 10 and the 2.5, and let's go for it. We have Jasmine here just in case we need maybe help with the last one, or maybe we want to hit it for something past failure, and she'll just help us a little bit at the top, or at the bottom actually, to go to the top. Okay, let's grab some 10s and a 2.5. And let's sleep up. Let's sleep up real quick. Now, unlike that last time where we wore that long sleeve and it was a little bit hard for us to set up because it kind of kept slipping away, the sleeve, this time it's a little bit easier just because we're wearing a short sleeve, so we should be fine now. I think my dumbass just folded this the wrong way, so let's set this back up again. Okay, I'll see you guys once we set this up. Let's try to get at least a solid 5 to 6 is what we're aiming for. We're having a little bit of trouble trying to wrap up. It's one of those days. I already wrapped up kind of weird, but it's fine. I appreciate you. Shout out to Jasmine. She helped us. So we got 5, which wasn't too bad. And then we got 6 with Jasmine's help. So we're still trying to get a 6-1 with the 45 and a 12.5 on each side with the specific Smith machine. So we'll try it again next week on Monday, or if the dumbbell stacks or whatever we decide to do on the second chest day, we'll see if we decide to do this one again for the second one. But it just kind of depends. If now we end up doing dumbbells. All right, it's Jasmine's turn. Let's do our second set, which is gonna be 45s and 10s. I think that should be pretty good. We're gonna sleep up. And then after this, we're gonna move over to that cable stack that we like. And I think we're gonna do that one for 2 sets, just like we were talking about in the car. All right, let's load up the 45s. Let's fucking do it. We're gonna sleep out for this one too. Let's try to get as many as we can with these. 45 and 10 on each side. After this, we're gonna move over to the chest press, or probably use this seat and move it over there. All right, let's do it. Try to get as many as we can. We're aiming for at least 7. Let's try to get fucking 30. If we fucking can. Okay. We got 5. We're gonna have to pause at that. Let's take these off. Now, I'm gonna take about a 10-second breather. No, we'll hit it for hopefully 2 more. With this one, then we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, okay. Let's hopefully hit it for 2 more. One more, come on. Oh man, that fucking last one was a grinder. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We're done here. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do our second exercise, which is gonna be this cable stack. Now, I wasn't already set up, so we had to set up a little bit beforehand, which is no big deal. So we're gonna take 50 kg for a spin. We added a 2.5 onto the little hook thing or the little pin. Just gonna go from there. Let's hope for the fucking best. Thank you so much. Not bad. Okay. We're gonna drop set that a little bit. There we go. We'll drop it back. All right, we're gonna Jasmine pass through this. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's it. I think for our second and last one, we're gonna do maybe 40 kg with a 5 pounder. I think that'll be good. We're drop setting that, man. Okay. We got the last 3 that we needed. Let's move on to the one in front of us. Desmond has one more. Let's do it. Fire. We've been running into a few problems recently where some of the handles are broken. And then today we just noticed that I think the seat handle is broken on this thing. So we're gonna have to hold it just a tiny bit higher, which I think shouldn't be too bad. We brought the little seat extender where we're gonna use on our back. Gives us a tiny bit more range of motion. Just maybe like an inch or two really. But we're gonna start off with let's do 145. Let's do 145, try to get as many as we can. And then we either pause set or we drop set. It just kind of depends on how we're feeling. I think if it's hella fucking heavy, I end up drop setting it. If it's not too bad, then I think I just might pause it and then just maybe take like a 10, 15 and then hit it for maybe 2 more. But we'll fucking see. There we go. That was good. Let's do one more just like that. I think what we're gonna do is drop 5 pounds. And so I'm gonna do is grab a 10, put in between the little pin and do it that way. So no, not a 10, a 5. Stand corrected at 10, never mind. It's 130, not 135. So I think so we're gonna do 140 for our next one. Just because if I try to do 145 again, I might just get 5, maybe 6. And I wanna be smart. All right. See you guys for the last one. I wish that every single cable stack that had a pin that was this long because you can actually add maybe like a 25 pin or 45 to this thing if you need to. For the strong folks that are maxing out the weight stack here already, it'd be kind of nice to have that. So for all the gym owners, grab pins like this. These are the ones we want. Okay, let's do the 140. Let's see how this goes. Hope for the best. And I'm already feeling like the craziest chest bump. It's a good sign. We got drop set this. Pick up the tens. Just hit for that. Zebra hopefully 3 more. We get lucky. That's it. That's it. Let's go do some. Let's go do some triceps now. We're done with chest. Holy shit. Today was a fucking good day. I'm feeling the craziest fucking chest pump. She's pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna take a breather, drink some water, and then we're gonna move to a cable cycle on the other side. Like I told you guys in the last back day when we used this, I think it's my favorite fucking bar. So we're gonna use this one for our tricep pushdowns, and then we're gonna take it off. We're gonna do our crossbody, and then we're gonna use the same one to do some overhead. So let's start with some pushdowns. Let's set this up. Now I'm thinking we're gonna do 55 kg or 50 kg. It just kind of depends. Let's hope that we can do 55 kg this time. Let's see how it feels. I think 55 kg it is. That wasn't too bad. Now, I think for the second one, we're gonna do 50 kg instead of the 55, just so I can control it just a tiny bit more. Or I might get fucking spicy and we just do 55 again. I'm gonna drink some water. Fucking make up my mind. I made the executive decision to do 55 again. Now, depending how that goes, if I get at least a solid 6 to 7, we'll move on to a third one. Now, if I get 5, we're for sure fucking pause setting that or drop setting it. It just kind of depends. All right, let's just go hard with this one. Hopefully, you can get at least a solid 7. That's what I'm aiming for. Never fucking know though. You know, I don't fucking think I counted. I was just kind of going for it. So I'm gonna take a look at the footage, see how that went. But for a third one, for sure, fucking dropping down to 50. There's no fucking way we're staying at 55. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty fucking tired already. Can't wait to fucking go home and eat something. We have half a Halo Top, a strawberry cheesecake. Waiting for us. Our pre-workout was a Halo Top. I was just telling you guys that I need to fucking get better at not eating 2 Halo Tops, and today I made that mistake. I had one of the fudge brownie in the morning for breakfast, and then I had it for fucking as a pre-workout. So, man, don't follow what the fuck I'm doing. Now, it's not as bad because I'm counting the calories and I'm actually tracking it, but
For the typical person that doesn't track, I wouldn't suggest eating 2 Halo tops in one day just because even though they're lower calorie, that shit still adds up. Okay, let's do 70 now. Not 70, I'm joking. 50 kg. And then we'll move over to the crossbody work. That's it. There's the one crossbody. And then I think we're just gonna do one set of fuck, if I can take this thing off, man. Let me put this away. There we go. I was trying to multitask with that AirPod in my hand. Okay, now for crossbodies, you don't really have to go super, super heavy. It's kind of like I kind of call it a primer or kind of as a pre-exhaust. So we're gonna do 15 kg. Just do it this way now. I'm not gonna do it right away. There's no fucking way. I want to take maybe 2-3 minutes. I'm gonna go drink some water and then we'll start up. Okay. Enough resting now. I don't even think I went to go drink some water. I was helping. I was trying to figure this thing out with Jasmine. She's been playing this board game here. Let me see. Actually, yeah, we find it. We find it. We find. Is this right here? So she's been playing it for like the longest time, and every time she shows me, every day she was saying it changes every day, and every time she tells me about it, it's so fucking difficult. I don't know how she plays it because you have to have hella patience. Even though I'm always telling you guys to have patience, I don't have it for this in particular. So kudos to Jasmine. Maybe that's why my vocabulary isn't as strong as hers because I don't fucking read and I don't play any of these games. So that's all me. Okay, let's do 15 kg. Let's try to give it our fucking best. My music's up playing. 4. I think that's 4. 5. Mm. Jeez. Come on. There's no way. Let's get 7 3/4 on all right now. Fuck. There's no way. Okay. We're done with that one. Let's finish up with 2 sets of overhead. And then we're done with triceps and if I can move on to hamstring. So I'll see you guys for some overheads. Time for some overheads now. We're gonna go for 45 kg on this one. Try to go for the best. Give me one. Let's finish off. We have 2 of these to go. Then we get to go home. Like I was talking about, we're gonna do 45 kg. I think it's our first time doing that. Try to hope for the best. We're gonna use these wrist wraps so it can give us just a tiny bit more stabilized throughout the sets. Let's hope I put this on right because we have the watch on. You guys already know I've been having a bit of issues setting up wrist wraps when it comes to these damn this damn watch that I got. Okay. Let's hope for the best. Let's actually put some music because it turned off on us earlier. You Can Save Me. Sorry is what we're gonna listen to. That wasn't too bad. For the last one, we're gonna move over to 40. Well, that was pretty good. I think we got 7 and like 3/4, if not 8. Okay. I'm gonna switch the angle. Okay. This is our last one. We're gonna move down to 40 kg. And I think we can get a solid 7 to 8. After this, we do lane curls. And then we're a few sets closer to going home finally. I can't wait. Now, there might be a class that starts up pretty soon because you guys already know with our luck, one of the classes are gonna start and then it's gonna be hella noisy. But we're gonna use these straps again, or these wrist wraps, just to still stabilize us. All right, wish me luck. I'm gonna restart the same song from earlier. Can't Save Me, Sir. It's gonna get us through this. That's it. Half of the hardest part of the workout is done. Let's move over to some hamstrings. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. All right. Slight change. We're gonna pivot a little bit. We're originally gonna do the lane curls, but those bad boys are taken. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some good mornings to start things off, and then hopefully I can just finish it off with some RDLs. Honestly, it's kind of the same movement, but I think we'll be fine. Let's warm up the hamstrings a little bit with a plate on each side on the good mornings. And I think our starting weight might be, I think, 2 plates and maybe a 35. We'll have to fucking see. Actually, dude, now, brother. Uh, Wish me luck. I'm aiming for at least a solid 7 to 9. We'll see. You know, I think we can do like 3 plates next time. Let's go up a little bit on the last two, maybe add another 10 pounds, and then we'll move over to RDLs. But I'll see you guys over there. Okay. Now we're gonna do RDLs on this side. I think we're gonna take the 90s for a spin. Maybe even 95s. It just kind of depends on how the 90s are feeling. I'm actually not sure. Let me see. Maybe we'll just do 95s. Fuck it. I think I got a bit spicy today for our hamstrings. Let's hope I don't bust my ass. Okay. All right. We're gonna do one more just like that. I probably won't record it though, so I think we're gonna stick to this side and do the post. Okay. Now we decided to do the post on this side because I was right. There is a class that's starting up right now, so I think it's smart that we do it over here. Or else I'm gonna have to mess with the audio load too much, and I'm gonna get copyrighted. And that's not what we're trying to do. So let's see what kind of damage we did. Today was a good ass fucking day. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Okay. Let's see. And we don't have to stop by anywhere after today's session. So that's even a plus for us. Okay, let's do it. See you in the back. Nice. Okay. Today was a good day. We're about to go home. Fucking enjoy some of that strawberry cheesecake halo top that's fucking waiting for us. I managed not to fucking kill it in one go and I only ate half of it, so I'm looking forward to that. I can ain't hardly fucking talk. I swear, fucking posing down in itself feels like a fucking workout or cardio. It fucking takes my breath away. Anyways, I'm about to get out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some back, for some shoulders. Remember, stay consistent. Don't skip your cardio.